Welcome to KP Law News, breaking story special report out of St. Johns County, Florida, which is like the next county down from where I'm at in Florida. I'm in Duval. Remember back in May when the St. John's deputy was trying to arrest a Guatemalan man, and I think it got into scuffles, a big scuffle, I guess. Uh, the situation has escalated quite a bit due to the officer or the deputy using excessive force and all that. Well, come to find out, the officer, the deputy, had a heart attack shortly after, and they tried to charge the man with murder. So here's the story. This is just breaking today at like 3:44 p.m. March 1st. Charges have been dropped, or the state drops charges against Guatemalan man accused in St. John's deputy line of duty death. Yes, all charges are dropped. St. Johns County, Florida. The state has dropped charges against a Guatemalan man who was accused in a St. Johns County deputy's line of duty death in May. See, Aguilar Mendez, now 19, will no longer be prosecuted for aggravated manslaughter of an officer or resisting an officer with violence, according to a news release from the office of State Attorney R.J. Lariza. On May 19th, St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Michael Kunovich died shortly after fighting on the ground with Aguilar during an attempt to place him in custody. What was he putting him in custody about? That was the question. According to his arrest report, Aguilar Mendez later told deputies that he was resisting due to fear of being deported. He also admitted he understood the verbal commands he was given but chose not to comply in an attempt to escape, the report said. Brian Shortstein, executive director and PIO for Lariza's office, released a statement Friday citing concerns about Aguilar Mendez's intellectual capacity as one of the reasons the charges are being dropped. I don't know about that. Recent expert testimony regarding the defendant's inability to comprehend the English language, his cultural background, and concerns about his intellectual capacity have raised significant issues to consider in the case. Furthermore, based on the court's recent ruling that the defendant is incompetent to proceed based on that expert testimony, dismissal of the charges is appropriate. Arrest and time served is sufficient. So they release charges or drop charges because they're claiming he's incompetent to stand trial. That don't even sound right. St. Johns County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying though state charges against Aguilar Mendez have been dropped, he will remain in federal custody due to his immigration status. Well, of course. The State Attorney Office decision to dismiss the case was based on concerns about the intellectual capacity of Mendez and the recent ruling finding him to be incompetent. I don't know about that. Aguilar Mendez was arrested on the 19th of May, 2023, and has been in custody for approximately 8 months. Even though Mendez will be released on state charges, he'll remain in custody about the deportation proceedings. Mendez is an illegal alien who resisted Sergeant Kunovich's lawful efforts to detain him, and as a result, Kunovich tragically suffered a fatal heart attack. So the news story I seen on the news said he had a history of heart trouble anyway. So let's see. St. Johns County Sheriff's Office also released a statement from Sheriff Rob Hardwick saying he stood behind Kunovich's actions that night. Wow. Did they see the video? The video was all over there, YouTube when it happened, and a lot of the big YouTube guys covered it. But go check it out. There have been attempts by some to portray Aguilar Mendez as a victim and vilify Sergeant Kunovich. The man was sitting on the ground, eating his dinner, talking to his mom in Guatemala. And the Deputy Kunovich started harassing him for no apparent reason. The danger associated with law enforcement is a risk we assume when we enter this profession. Kunovich died a hero protecting the citizens of St. Johns County, and there is nothing more noble than that. Please continue to hold our agency and Kunovich's family in your thoughts and prayers. Action News Jax told us in February that a federal civil rights lawsuit had been filed on Aguilar Mendez's behalf. Well, that's good. The lawsuit against the county and the two deputies says the sheriff's office discriminated against him because of a disability and it denied him access to language translation services, saying they should have according to their own policy. Wow. So the lawsuit also says that after the arrest, the sheriff's office didn't give him an interpreter before an interrogation. Man, Action also told you last month that the results from Kunovich's autopsy report revealed that he may have had a heart attack before the struggle. Wow. That is something right there. Well, that's the end of the news story. That's from Fox 30 News out of Jacksonville down here where I'm at. So I was watching news this evening and that popped up. I said, wow, finally. 8 months. They charged that man. I think they original charge I think was murder. I think they dropped it down to manslaughter because it wasn't really murder. Then I guess they're using the excuse that he's incompetent to drop charges. But he's apparently he's going to end up being deported and sent back to Guatemala. I guess any updates on this story, I'll be watching out for him and I'll bring them to you right here. So let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this whole situation. But he is free as far as manslaughter charges. So I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day. KP Law News out.